to Teacher's video box. This is the video box that I'm in and that you're looking at right now. This is where the teacher will share their screen and show you what to do. When the teacher is showing you how to do something, you should make this video box go into full screen by clicking on the full screen icon here. Try it now and this video should get bigger and cover your whole screen. When the lesson starts, you will see all the steps for the lesson appear here. These are the steps you need to follow to create the project, and the teacher will guide you through each of these step by step. Though if you wish to go ahead and follow them yourself, that's no problem. You will normally be working with two tabs, one tab for the instructions and one tab for creating the code and your project. When you have completed a step, come back to the Instructions tab and click on this green Done button. You get an award and learning points for each step you complete. Under the video box, you will see what step the teacher is currently on. Under that, you will see the chat feed. The chat feed shows you how everyone is doing, and you can put your own entries into it by clicking on the blue chat button and entering your question or message. Or you can give a quick thumbs up or down, or even put in emojis by using the green react button. After the teacher has shown you how to do a step, click on the exit full screen button to make the video go back small. Try it now. Okay, that's it for the instructions. We can't wait to see what you create. And remember, you can always come up with your own ideas and add them into your project. If you do want to share your project and your own ideas, you can do that using the purple button at the bottom of the lesson. We often show the best ones at the start of the next class. Okay, today's lesson is going to start in a few minutes, so strap in and get ready to code. Hey everyone, we'll be starting the live lesson shortly, but before we do, let's go over a few instructions on how live lessons work and how you can join in. First of all, let's talk about the teacher's video box. This is the video box that I'm in and that you're looking at right now. This is where the teacher will share their screen and show you what to do. When the teacher is showing you how to do something, you should make this video box go into full screen by clicking on the full screen icon here. Try it now and this video should get bigger and cover your whole screen. When the lesson starts, you will see all the steps for the lesson appear here. These are the steps you need to follow to create the project, and the teacher will guide you through each of these step by step. Though if you wish to go ahead and follow them yourself, that's no problem. You will normally be working with two tabs, one tab for the instructions and one tab for creating the code and your project. When you have completed a step, come back to the Instructions tab and click on this green Done button. You get an award and learning points for each step you complete. Under the video box, you will see what step the teacher is currently on. Under that, you will see the chat feed. The chat feed shows you how everyone is doing, and you can put your own entries into it by clicking on the blue chat button and entering your question or message. Or you can give a quick thumbs up or down, or even put in emojis by using the green react button. After the teacher has shown you how to do a step, click on the exit full screen button to make the video go back small. Try it now. Okay, that's it for the instructions. We can't wait to see what you create. And remember, you can always come up with your own ideas and add them into your project. If you do want to share your project and your own ideas, you can do that using the purple button at the bottom of the lesson. We often show the best ones at the start of the next class. Okay, today's lesson is going to start in a few minutes, so strap in and get ready to code. Hey everyone, we'll be starting the live lesson shortly, but before we do, let's go over a few instructions on how live lessons work and how you can join in. First of all, let's talk about the teacher's video box. This is the video box that I'm in and that you're looking at right now. This is where the teacher will share their screen and show you what to do. When the teacher is showing you how to do something, you should make this video box go into full screen by clicking on the full screen icon here. Try it now and this video should get bigger and cover your whole screen. When the lesson starts, you will see all the steps for the lesson appear here. These are the steps you need to follow to create the project, and the teacher will guide you through each of these step by step. Though if you wish to go ahead and follow them yourself, that's no problem. You will normally be working with two tabs, one tab for the instructions and one tab for creating the code and your project. When you have completed a step, come back to the Instructions tab and click on this green Done button. You get an award and learning points for each step you complete. Under the video box, you will see what step the teacher is currently on. Under that, you will see the chat feed. The chat feed shows you how everyone is doing, and you can put your own entries into it by clicking on the blue chat button and entering your question or message. Or you can give a quick thumbs up or down, or even put in emojis by using the green react button. After the teacher has shown you how to do a step, click on the Exit Full Screen button to make the video go back small. Try it now. Okay, that's it for the instructions. We can't wait to see what you create. And remember, you can always come up with your own ideas and add them into your project. If you do want to share your project and your own ideas, you can do that using the purple button at the bottom of the lesson. We often show the best ones at the start of the next class. Okay, today's lesson is going to start in a few minutes, so strap in and get ready to code. Hey everyone, we'll be starting the live lesson shortly, but before we do, let's go over a few instructions on how live lessons work and how you can join in. First of all, let's talk about the teacher's video box. This is the video box that I'm in and that you're looking at right now. This is where the teacher will share their screen and show you what to do. When the teacher is showing you how to do something, you should make this video box go into full screen by clicking on the full screen icon here. Try it now and this video should get bigger and cover your whole screen. When the lesson starts, you will see all the steps for the lesson appear here. These are the steps you need to follow to create the project, and the teacher will guide you through each of these step by step. Though if you wish to go ahead and follow them yourself, that's no problem. You will normally be working with two tabs, one tab for the instructions and one tab for creating the code and your project. When you have completed a step, come back to the instructions tab and click on this green done button. You get an award and learning points for each step you complete. Under the video box, you will see what step the teacher is currently on. Under that, you will see the chat feed. The chat feed shows you how everyone is doing, and you can put your own entries into it by clicking on the blue chat button and entering your question or message. Or you can give a quick thumbs up or down, or even put in emojis by using the green react button. After the teacher has shown you how to do a step, click on the Exit Full Screen button to make the video go back small. Try it now. Okay, that's it for the instructions. We can't wait to see what you create. And remember, you can always come up with your own ideas and add them into your project. If you do want to share your project and your own ideas, you can do that using the purple button at the bottom of the lesson. We often show the best ones at the start of the next class. Okay, today's lesson is going to start in a few minutes, so strap in and get ready to code. Hey everyone, we'll be starting the live lesson shortly, but before we do, let's go over a few instructions on how live lessons work and how you can join in. First of all, let's talk about the teacher's video box. This is the video box that I'm in and that you're looking at right now. This is where the teacher will share their screen and show you what to do. When the teacher is showing you how to do something, you should make this video box go into full screen by clicking on the full screen.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's live lesson. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you all had a nice St. Patrick's Day yesterday, nice day off school. Hope you had Monday off as well. I know a lot of schools were off on Monday. So hopefully you had a nice break and a nice, really long weekend. And you're only there in the corner from your next big break. Easter's only around the corner. So I hope you're all excited for that. Today, guys, we're going really far back into the Coding Ireland vault of lessons. This is one that was way back there. It's miles behind. Now, I was looking through it and I was like, the reason I chose it, the reason I think it would be a good one for us to do it, even though, like, what is it, only like 7 steps, it's really kind of basic. I want to see, Joe, everyone who's on this lesson, I don't think there's anyone new on today. Everyone who's on here is a good coder. You're all well able to code lessons and you're all able to come up with some sensational projects that I've seen anyway. And I'm sure you've got made other things that are way cooler that I haven't seen. But what I'm looking for today is for us to kind of work together and set kind of challenges for each other. So I don't think the basic game here is going to take us more than 20 minutes. I think we'll finish the actual game pretty quickly. But that's when I want to work on brainstorming what we can improve, how we can make it better, sharing projects so we can see what each other did, and trying to learn, from each other rather than just from Coding Ireland. Because you guys, you guys are well able at this stage. You've learned all the hard stuff. We just need to put it into practice and figure out how to do more impressive things and more kind of complicated stuff. And a lot of the time, it's better for that to come from you. For those ideas to come from your head, try to figure out how to do them without looking at us, and then we can see what we come up with. So I'm just going to share my screen, guys, and we'll go through the basic lesson first, and then we will go on to the more, creative ideas that we're going to have. So there's the pre-video. There we are. I always like to close the video speed because it feels weird looking at myself. So Beat the Clock, it's a really kind of basic time-based game in MakeCode Arcade. This lesson you'll learn about timers, countdowns, and scoring system, making your game fun and exciting. So, really kind of classic. And your first step is to open up MakeCode Arcade, one of the best. I'm going to call it Beat the Clock. You can call it whatever. A bit of an update happening here. That's what you like to see. Okay, so MakeCode Arcade. Here's our Game Boy, our virtual Game Boy. Here is our, coding blocks. And here is the instruction area. There's the word for it. I forget what it is. For the area you put your code blocks. But, you guys know that already. Guys, our first step is to set up the game elements. So this basically means the characters or the sprites that are going to be active inside of this game. So we're going to need a player sprite, and we are going to need one that's called the food sprite. So this is a really kind of classical setup for a MakeCode Arcade lesson. Normally we set things to food when we are trying to turn them into when we're trying to make them like our point system. So think about, do you know the game? This is going way back. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a game Snake, and it used to be on mobile phones before smartphones. Not that you guys would be, I would have used them at all. But when games were a lot more simplistic, when phones were a lot more simplistic, you couldn't you couldn't link to the internet and play Roblox on a phone or Minecraft or whatever. So games were a lot more simplistic, and they were a lot more like what you see in MakeCode Arcade. Now, there was a game called Snake where you were a snake and you kind of moved around the screen and you would continuously move. You couldn't stay still. So whatever direction you were facing, you just keep going. And there would be a piece of food on the screen that you have to try and catch. And every time you ate a piece of food, it would like add on to the length of your snake. And if you hit either your own tail when you got long enough or the wall, the game was over. And it's the most basic, the most simple, the most easy game ever. But it was so addictive before we thought of very fancy phone games. Like these were the classics. I don't know if anyone, you guys, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you've ever played Snake or played a game like Snake, like a game like that. And I'm just going to set up my player thing. So on start, I'm just going to grab out of the sprite block. I'm going to set my sprite to sprite. Now, what it does, it just gives you like a square. Oh, Buffman, you played a bit of Snake. That's good. Like, these are obviously customizable. Like, they have a square and like a circle as their, slither.io. Is that like the new version? Is it business? So yeah, I would imagine. Let me look it up. Slither.io. Yeah, this is looking similar, all right. The most famous Slither game in the world. This is a very secure website. Eat to grow longer. Yeah, this is looking like it. Okay. Imagine this, but like way more basic. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about more. My version would look like this, or actually, no, there was another one there. More like this. Really kind of basic. Your snake will get longer the more you ate. And the game we're making today is pretty similar to that. Except our snake's not going to get longer. But yeah, it's the same idea. Same idea as that. I'm guessing that game is based off this game. So guys, you can use the gallery for this. I'm going to use the editor because I think it'd be cool. I'm going to set a square. I'm going to stick with the basic kind of. I didn't want us to design one, so I'm going to edit one out. Doesn't hugely matter what the design is. This is really kind of just all stuff you can change later on if you want to make it better. Actually, John, like, everywhere is going to be white. Perfect. Now maybe he's got a gray in the gray square inside of him. Yeah, that's my character sprite, which is not the most entertaining looking thing in the world. But it doesn't have to be. I can always change it. And my second one's gonna be a player, a food. Sorry, my second one's gonna be food. It's gonna be the same kind of idea. Ooh, pink. Right, interesting. Pink and white. Oh, that's terrible. I might undo that. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. So that's food. They're gonna overlap. They're gonna start in the middle. They're actually terrible sprites, but whatever. Well, you can come up with something a bit more creative yourself, I'd say. So our next step, guys, is going to be to move the player with your buttons. So remember your player is sprite 1. And you're going to grab that controller one and it's going to be pop in there, move that sprite with buttons. And then you should be able to move your sprite. I'm actually going to change. He's actually far too big. I'm going to change the size of it. Ooh, didn't think we'd do that. You know, really basic. And I'm going to change the size of the food sprite as well. Half the size. Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it'll do. Yeah, it makes it a little more interesting. Okay, so once you got, we do some quizzes during the lesson. Yeah, we can ask some questions during the lesson. I always like doing that. I can ask some video game based lessons, video game based questions. Okay, fastest finger then. So fastest finger, guys. What phone brand has famously released a phone, a smartphone, a touchscreen phone that folds in half? What is the name of the brand of phone? The guys who make the phone, they invented a phone that folds in half. It's not, well, I wouldn't say Nokia invented the smartphone. They're kind of further back with the foldy phones. They're more basic phones. Yeah, real gamer in there with Samsung. Samsung made the foldy phone, Z Flip 5s or Z Flip series. They're not very durable. I know from experience. Motorola actually do have some as well, but man, you're right. But you don't see them as much in Ireland shops, Irish shops. And what we're also going to say, guys, is on-game update every 5,000 milliseconds, which is every 5 seconds. Set, and they've renamed the sprites, sprite 2 to target, so we can do that as well if we want. And I can rename him player if you want, you know. Doesn't change the functionality of it. Oh, there's already player. Player one. And basically, we're saying on-game update every 5 seconds seems very long, but we can leave it at that for now. We're saying set the position, set the target position to, and it's going to be pick random. 0 to 160. So he jumps across the screen, obviously. And you'll see a screen starts to populate. Or no, sorry, the screen, the food's going to jump around the screen. So, next question. While we have some time. I'm trying to think of one that'll be like a one that you know, but you have to think about. Buffman has an announcement to make in the chat if anyone wants to look. What is the capital city of Mexico? Do you know the capital city of Mexico? Oh, real gamer. Oh, Manor actually first in there. Mexico City is the first one. Real gamer, you were how close were you? They were actually the exact same second. Mexico City. It's one of them ones, you know. Mexico City, easy one to remember. Oh, Buffman, congratulations on your piano exam. What grade are you on now? I wish I could play piano, it'd be very cool. Congratulations. Guys, we're going to add a countdown here. It's actually only one little piece of code. It's a set countdown to 60 seconds. Look at the praise you're getting in the chat. All them mad piano skills. Fair play to you. Curry is the capital. I don't think Curry is the capital of Mexico City. I'm not sure. Not sure if Curry is a place. It's a food. But it's not really even a food that you'd eat in Mexico. Mexican food, you'd more typically go to like nachos or tacos, or what's the word they have for? They have a different word for curry kind of things. It's mole. Is the type of curry they make in Mexico, like rice and that kind of thing. But it's slightly different. Right, guys, you're gonna fly through it. We're gonna move on to the more collaborative part of it now. So, guys, basically, I want to say if the player overlaps a food, we want to change score, and we also like the target's going to move straight away. So rather than hanging around every 5 seconds, it is going to move straight away. So we're saying if it overlaps, we want to change score by 1. So that's in info. And we want to set target position. So basically what we had earlier on, we actually probably copy it. If you want, you could duplicate that. That's actually, there only is 5 steps actually in this lesson, right? So Buffman, let me have a look at your game. Your game will be the same as mine at the minute, right? You've got a background going on. And I am a pizza eating cars, I think. Yeah, so you got the basic gist of the game there. Now, here's the question, guys. So I've done step 5. Step 6 is test the game out, which you can do. Step 7, if you have one of the game goals, you can download it. I don't have one on me, but they are cool. My next question, guys, is I actually should have said stay on screen because I don't think he's on the screen. That's actually something I will add in. It's just to stay on screen It's up in it's just up in the sprite section. It just stops it from going off the page. Now, the game is okay. I'll be honest with you. It is fun for about a minute, and then I think you would be bored of it. Here's the question for you guys, and I want you to answer in the chat. What do you think would make this game better? So I want you to think what you actually add to this game to make it actually, more fun. I mean, it doesn't have to be Snake Game, it doesn't have to be this idea, but what can we borrow from other games, and what can we take inspiration from to make our game more fun to play? Right, so we've got until past to play around with this game. We've got like 10 minutes, and I want to know how we can improve it, how we can make it more interesting. Power-ups and okay, right, some good ideas coming in here. We've had 2 people say an enemy. I agree. I think that'll be a good idea. So an enemy, we can do some cool things with enemies in MakeCode Arcade, because MakeCode Arcade is aimed at games and video games and kind of things. What we can do is we can add a different type of game. We can add a different type of player to the game. So we can set a new type of sprite. Let's say this one is called Enemy. I'm going to call him Enemy. Enemy 1. And this guy looks like he kind of has to be the similar size to everyone else, but he can be whatever sprite you want. Let's say he's a shark. Now, just be careful of the bottom left-hand side is where you change how size things are. Some things don't resize very well. So try and pick something around the same size as your sprites. Or maybe you just want to design your own. Which is also cool. So you can draw like a little... Oh, I'm still drawing. I'm trying to do like a vampire, but I'm not sure how it's going to come across. Now it just looks like a sad face. Of kind enemy. What you could do is you could say the enemy follows your sprite. So where we can get that? There's definitely somewhere. Yeah, so set enemies follow my sprite. And you would probably put in one piece that says, oh, he's not called my sprite, he's called player 1. He's not called my enemy, he's called enemy 1. Just make sure you have your right sprites in the right place. Instead of saying, you can say enemy 1 appears in a random location. So now in our game, actually, no, we need to say as well, if the enemy overlaps our sprite, it's game over. So if the player overlaps an enemy, then game over. Dun, dun, dun. Game over, lose, obviously. So now in our game, whoa, he's very fast. We can maybe slow him down a little bit. Yeah, you can expand that speed and maybe go half that speed. That's very quick. There. He's very quick. Another 20 just so I can workshop it. Okay, so now I've got an enemy in my game. Something I've got to keep away from every 5 seconds, which isn't great for me. I can just say at the start, set his position to random. And you're going to figure this out, guys, as you play more, that the bugs do appear, and that's fine. Definitely, it adds a bit more urgency to the game because you've got this bad guy working in behind you. But that's one way you can add an enemy. Another way you can do it is by poisoning some food. So I have some poison food pop up every now and then. And if you touch that food, it's also game over. As in, it's still an enemy sprite, but we'll just call it something else. So that's one thing. Definitely makes the game a little bit more fun. I want to hate that game over noise that I have in it. Actually, I'm going to just say if I overlap, it just goes to the end of the countdown. Now, if actually, sorry, I should put it in and stay on screen for my sprite. For player one. Try and keep your code nice and neat. Oh, there it is. And if anyone wants to challenge, my challenge to you, which I think I'd find tricky, is to design a game that's like Snake, where your snake gets longer, or your character kind of gets bigger every time he touches the food. Right now, this is pretty fun, actually. Oh, an issue here. It's not game over. Right. Buffman, you've got a version here. Oh, V2, I like it. You got your okay. And that is a good looking enemy. He's pretty fast too. The enemy actually does make a lot more fun. I really enjoyed that. Now I had another suggestion here was power ups from Real Gamer. Now power ups is very broad, right? Saying power ups, it can mean a lot of things. Menorah, that's not popping up for me actually for some reason. I'm just going to show you Menorah exactly how to. Oh no, there you go. Let me have a look. Do not touch dog, she says. Oh, do I lose points if I touch the dog? I like the way I'm a bee in a garden. I think that's a cool game design. Oh, this is going to be tough. I like the game design. Very good. The dog is kind of scary. If I were you, Menorah, I'd have the dog kind of follow you around the screen rather than moving randomly. So there is a sprite in. Which one's my game? In sprites, there is actually. Where did I get this? It must be in sprites. It's blue. There's one that says set my enemy follow my sprite. So you can obviously change them to fit whatever characters you want. And that basically makes your enemy follow your character and he's trying to chasing your character around the screen, which is maybe a little bit more what you were thinking of for that one. But it looks really good. I really like the backgrounds and the art style you've gone for. I'm just going to show one for power ups. So what are power ups? Power ups are every, you can say however long you want. I'm going to say 3 seconds or so. Every 3 seconds, we are going to create a sprite to a different type of sprite. Maybe it's a hamburger, right? And he's going to be a different type of thing. We can add a new type, call it power up. I can't have gaps apparently. Call it a power up. Say it's going to appear every 3 seconds randomly. I'm going to grab out that. I'm going to duplicate that random appear again. He's called my sprite. Funny enough. And then we say what happens when we overlap. If we overlap with it, I'm going to say actually it waits 3 seconds, then disappears. We'll leave that in a minute. Well, never gonna work for me. I'm just thinking in Scratch mode. In Scratch mode, I'd be able to do this kind of easy, but how would I do it in MakeCode? So here we say it's going to pop up for 1 second and then it's going to just be destroyed. But then I'm going to say, look, if we do overlap with the power-ups, then we are going to get, 10 points or something like that. We'll give ourselves a bonus. Change score by 10 and also just we still want to destroy it. We'll give it a different effect though. We'll give it a confetti effect. So now in my game, it's not going to be super often that we see the burger. Obviously, this is too short that it's kind of panicking. All this here, I'm going to set this to on start because I think that's causing an issue for me. My game's getting really glitchy at that. I'm not sure how your games are coping. Okay, guys, that's really good. If you want, you can do this speedy star collector. So create a new game where you create a speedy spaceship, collect twinkling stars to give you random points. So same idea, just redesign the sprites. Now you can make the stars move to every new cage, and you could do that easy peasy. Test me as far as you can go. Yeah, well, this is all stuff you can do, guys. That's pretty easy for you. Right, anyone want to share in their games or things like that? Business, have you made a game for us today? Before I go on to anything else, Nora, you've made some alterations. Let me have a look. Ah, yeah, now the dog is following me, which is terrifying. I like the bubbles. Ah, sure. Sometimes it's a bit of a jump. I think it's because you have that every 3 seconds thing. So every 3 seconds, or your dog is jumping around the screen, and the reason for that is because you have said. Let me check. Yeah, you've said every 5 seconds. Set the bee to a new position. So every 5 seconds, the bee jumps across the screen, which is an interesting one. Looks cool though. Well done. I'm going to delete that one. Oh, a Pac-Man kind of game. I like it. Oh, you got power-ups or speed up. I love it. This is very Pac-Man. Like if you had an enemy in this game, it'd be cool to make a power-up where he ate his enemy. He was able to eat his enemy like in Pac-Man with the ghosts and stuff like that. That'd be super cool. That's deadly. I really like that. Good job. Real gamer. I really like that. Great job. Let me just have a look at your code actually. You've set target. Oh yeah, it's target. So power up. What was your power up one? Player move. Oh, very good. Oh, you see, you increase the speed for 2 seconds. I love it. That's a really clever idea. Dr. Sigma, let me see. Terrifying duck. Love the design. Yeah, perfect. The background actually does make a big difference to it. Ah. Ah. I was about to say this is the first one I've actually finished, but just about to say it, I lost. If you guys want to do, you can do a quiz. I was thinking of it. I was like, will we do? I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Will we do a quick Tinkercad and then a quick Blooget, or what do you think we should do? Do you think we should do just Blooget, just Tinkercad? I don't mind, or I can do a mix. I don't really mind. I'll give you an easy Tinkercad project to make if you want. Makes no difference to me really. It's kind of the same difference to me. Just Tinkercad. We have one. Mix, says Minora. Both, says Dr. Sigma. 2 votes for both. Tell you what, if you are doing both, I have 2 votes for each. But harder Tinkercad video gamers is. Tell you what, I'm just going to put the Tinkercad on the screen. So everyone go on Tinkercad anyway. We're going to do a little bit of it. The class link is 3PK H. Sorry, it's only me. 3PK HFC 6SS. That's our Tinkercad code. We will do, well, I think we'll do both because I'll give you a lot more time for Tinkercad. We'll do 15 minutes of Tinkercad and I'll only do a 10-minute Blooget. We're not going to mess around too much in the Blooget today, okay? So if you guys want to log into your Tinkercad accounts, I'm going to set you a target. It's going to be, if you've got 15 minutes, what am I going to set you? I had an idea, but I think it's for a shorter time. You would have too much, you'd have too much time to wait for this one. I can see Buffman is online. I can see Dr. Sigma is online. I can see Minora is online. And I can see Real Gamer is online. Okay. Your assignment today for 15 minutes, I'm going to set a timer, is to create a video game level using Tinkercad. Now, you can take that to be whatever you want. If you want to design the character of Pac-Man using Tinkercad, you can do that. If you want to make Mario, you can do that. If you want to make like a level, like in Minecraft, like a design that you think you'd find in Minecraft, you can do that. If you want to create the game like we just made, I'm not sure how you would do that, but you can do that. My challenge to you today is to make a video game inspired Tinkercad. It can be a model of a character or a model of a level. It can be your way of showing your favorite video game, Sonic the Hedgehog, whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to be checking in, guys. Obviously, because I always do. The new RS. I forgot we had Catherine Connolly's new house. You've got 15 minutes. Come up with it. If it's Bowser's Castle, that'll be really cool as well. Remember, you can rename your projects. So you can call them whatever you want. I'm going to set a 15-minute timer on my screen. So if you were ever wondering what time you have left, you'll be able to see it on my screen. And I will be back on to check on your projects very, very shortly. 15 minutes, guys. Off you go. All right, guys, just have a look around, see how you guys are getting on. Don't mind me. Okay. Let's have a look. See. Let's have a look. See here. Whoa. That one might need its explanation. There's an awful lot going on there. Oh, deadly! Looking at Buff Man, I know exactly what you're going for. Wow, that's very cool. I see people are playing around a bit with Tinkercad between sessions. Some of you guys got a lot of projects on here. I'm interested. No, I thought someone would go for this kind of idea, right? Maybe you're not going with what I thought you were. There you go, guys. You've got nearly 8 minutes left. Best of luck. Keep going, guys. Keep going with your designs. Try and get them finished if you can, or get them to a level where we kind of recognize that they are. Okay, guys, in the last few minutes, I'm just looking around at people's designs. Um, I've seen a few ones that I'm really impressed by. Obviously, everyone made a huge effort, so well done, everybody. Some of them might need a little bit more explaining than others. I will say that. But I'm going to start going through, guys. If you want to look at my screen, you can see everyone else's design. That might be cool. And you might ask some questions in the chat if you want. So, business, let's have a look at yours. Your name's always first. Actually, you know what? Your name is first in the list. I always go to you first. Let's go the opposite way this time. So, Real Gamer. I saw your big yellow circle and my mind went straight. Oh, yeah, yes. My mind went straight to a character that I think I'm right. It was Pac-Man. I could see straight away what you're going for. Yeah, spot on. Easy man, to very recognizable character. If I was going to do it, would I change anything? It's kind of hard because obviously he's a 2D character. Like, he doesn't really have a mouth. It's kind of hard to think about that mouth. I think if you were going to do a mouth, maybe this would have been a good. You could have taken out the wedge and made it into a hole. But you've done a great job with what you were coming up with. Well done. Instantly recognizable. Menorah, your one was... This one's not really loading for me. I'm not sure if it's on my end though, Menorah. I think yours might have stuff in it that's just not showing up on my screen. I can go into your other project if you want. But let me know in the chat if that's what I'm looking at, if there is no project. Dr. Sigma. Big square, interesting. Ah, classic. And if I had to guess, I would say this is my old friend, Steve, the Lava Chicken Man. Very, very good. The blue t-shirt gives it away. No, that's great. Well done. Love it. The best way to learn Tinkercad is by literally doing what you're doing now, is messing. It's the best way to do it by far. I can see this from a mile away. Charlie Robot. Buffman. You're very good at like making shapes out of the small shapes. And I've seen your other projects where you've done this. It's unbelievable. Like that mustache. There is no mustache shape in here, so I'm really impressed that you have that. That's very good. It's very recognizable. You're obviously still making changes to it at the moment. Excellent, well done. Business, last but not least. You had two projects here that I think you were going for, and I'm not sure if I get them. I'm not sure. Not this one, you said. It must be the other one, so. What video game is this? Because I have no idea. I'm sure I'm missing something. There's an elephant, a castle, a crown. You're going to have to give me a clue there. I'm not sure what the classic video game is, but I'm sure it is very good. It's very impressive looking at that. Is that from another project? Yeah. An Infinity Gauntlet. Elephant. You're going to have to give me a clue on that one. Business. Guys, I just do have a blue kit set up if you want to join in. It's only a 7-minute one, so we need to start it really quickly because it's 5 to now. So we are going to go a little bit over time if you want to get in on it. I've got to start it in 2 minutes. Okay, so if you want to join, make sure you click on the or join from that link. Because you might give me a clue about what your game was in the meantime. Before you join in the blue kit, or after you join in the blue kit, that'd be cool. Oh, am I on mute still? No. You guys all stuck into your Tinkercads. Oh, I have 3 things in there now. All right, guys, I'm starting in 1 minute, but if you want to join still, you can still do late joining. Actually, I'll just join myself because I enjoy it. I do enjoy now bloopers quiz. So you have until I join in. But no, the only rule is you're not allowed rob from me. My one rule. All right, late joining is active, guys, so you can join after the clock goes. Oh, I got some lag there, guys. Oh, that's so annoying. All right, sorry, set up now. It's annoying that it sent me so far, but then sent me back. Tis in the chat. New game ID there. 2390. But really, this one's gotta start like now. We are running late. Someone. Oh, clever. You know the rules. One call. All right, guys, we're gonna leave it there. Well done, guys. Good work today. Good innovating and good coming up with your own ideas for the game today. I know it's easy to follow a lesson. It's hard to come up with your own game and your own ideas. So well done today. I'll see you next week for the Easter lesson. Have a good week, guys. I'll see you next week.